everyone. My name is Bill Comai. I am the Athletics and Legacy Center Director here at Lakers. And today we're going to take a few moments and walk you through the Legacy Center. As most of you know, we are now in what is what we're calling a soft opening period for the Legacy Center. And what that means is that we've got some limited hours where our front desk is staffed for community use. The building has been open for school use for a couple of months now, so there's been activity, whether it be teams practicing through winter as spring is starting to get into full swing here. We've had our spring sports teams that are practicing within the facility. We also have PE classes throughout the day that are coming over here. So there has already been quite a bit of activity here at the Legacy Center. Now, this gives us a chance to start opening that up to the community, and that's why we're here. When you come in, you're going to come into our lobby area right here, and the very first thing that you'll see is going to be our front desk. So our staff behind the front desk will get you checked in. If it's your first time coming into the facility, then what they will do is ask you to fill out some paperwork for a liability waiver and get some information from you so that we have that on file. Once you get checked in, anytime you come in, our staff can look you up by name. So only the first time you come in are they going to stop you and ask you to fill some paperwork out. But as you come in, we'll get you checked in right here. And from the lobby area, what you'll see here in just a few moments is not only is the front desk here, we also do have cafe style seating in here. So if you get done with a workout and you want to sit down and have a conversation with a friend, you can do that. The concessions, as we get closer to fall, the concession stand is now housed in the Legacy Center. So it opens up into our lobby here, but it also opens out into the football stadium. So come fall, we'll have a lot more activity in this part of the Legacy Center as well. From here, you'll see a couple of bathrooms, and it'll take you right around the corner to our basketball courts. And so now we open up into the ball courts. So in the Legacy Center, we have two full-size ball courts that are lined for basketball, they're lined for tennis, and they are also lined for volleyball. And so throughout the day, you may see a PE class in here on the basketball courts. You may also see in the evening practices in season. Obviously right now with basketball being over, we're not going to have basketball practices happening here, but you may see our track team, you may see tennis in here if it's cold or if it's raining, getting a practice in. So these ball courts are also open for community use. So as you're coming through the facility, this is something that you have access to. If you want to shoot hoops, if you want to walk around in here, use the courts for whatever you may want to, you can do that. You can also see, if you look up from the ball courts, you can see the handrail. That kind of tells you where our indoor track is. Upstairs, we do have an indoor walking track. As you are coming in to use the facility, you can go up there. It's a great way to get out of the elements if it's too cold. We have a cold snap like we do right now. In the summertime, it's a great way to get out of the heat. You know, the sweat is always good, but sometimes it gets a little warm, so it's never necessarily a bad thing to maybe get in and walk in the air conditioning sometimes in the summer. So keep that in mind as we head towards summer. But either way, from here, what you can see are our ball courts and our indoor track, which you have access to as well. Next, we have our indoor turf bay. So this is one that no matter how many times you walk in here, when you first walk through that garage door or you first walk through those double doors to come into the turf bay, your jaw usually drops. This is the spot where everybody says the same thing. It looks way bigger on the inside than it does on the outside. And that's saying a lot because this building looks pretty big from the outside. So the turf bay is it's a 50 yards, 60 yards with the end zone turf setup. And it's lined for football, it's lined for soccer, it is lined for infield work for baseball and softball. And as you look around the turf bay, what you'll see hanging from the ceiling are netting systems that are retractable. So we have netting systems for backstops that will drop down behind where home plate is for infield work. We have netting systems that will drop down in the corner and protect the windows back there. And then we have over on the other side of the building, or other side of the turf bay rather, we have batting cages that will drop down, and those can be taken right back up. So it makes it very easy to have a lot of use in this facility right here. Right now, on any given day, we may have our soccer teams in here, we may have our softball team, baseball team in here using this facility as spring sports are in full motion. And the ability for those nets to be lowered and raised makes this even more multi-purpose than just a turf bay. So as you're coming and going, again, depending on what time of day you come through the facility, you may see a PE or a conditioning class over here. You may see a team practice going on over here as well. Right now, the turf bay is in high demand, I can promise you that. So anytime you walk through the doors, you will usually see somebody using this facility. Well, hey everybody, and this is our fitness center here in the Legacy Center. So the fitness center has, we've got a combination of dumbbells, free weights over there. We've got a combination of cable crossover machine in the corner, and this whole side of the weight room here has basically what is a full body circuit. So every machine in this building, if you were to come in here and just run down that line of machines, you would hit a good workout for every major muscle group in your body. The great thing about machines, especially for community use, is they're very user-friendly. So as people are coming in, we can help you kind of get the basic understanding of how to use these machines. And then once you have that baseline understanding of how to use them, they become a great tool to add in. They're very user-friendly, and it becomes very difficult to hurt yourself on a machine once you have that basic kind of knowledge of how it works. You can also see over here, we've got the line of cardio equipment, we've got ellipticals, we've got treadmills. We do have bikes right here that look out over the football stadium and look out over the fields out there. And of course, in this time of COVID, we do have a sanitization protocol that is in place. So not only is the weight room and really the entire Legacy Center being sanitized regularly, as people are coming up and using the strength training area, one of the things that we would encourage is that in the corner you're going to find fresh, clean rags and wipes. Those are washed regularly, daily, and replaced. And as you come in, kind of take ownership of that process as well. Grab one, grab a rag, have a spray bottle with you. Before you touch it, wipe it down. After you touch it, wipe it down. That, combined with our staff coming through and making sure that we're sanitizing things regularly, allows us to participate in this, open up the facility in the safest way possible. Well, hey everybody, thanks so much for taking a few moments today and walking through the Legacy Center with me. Listen, as we are in this soft opening phase, I want you to know this is not just touring the facility. So as you are coming in and you're meeting with our staff and they're showing you around, you can actually use the facility right now during those staffed hours. And so Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have staffed hours in the morning, we have staffed hours in the afternoon and in the evening. You can find those hours on the next slide when this video ends. But to know that this is not just a time to come through and tour the facility, you can actually start using the facility right now. So come on out, our staff will give you a tour, they'll show you around, we'll get you set up, and you can start enjoying this amazing facility.